Dragoljub Đuričić was a Serbia-based Montenegrin drummer. Đuričić started his career in the early 1970s in Herceg Novi, playing in local bands. In the mid-1970s he moved to Belgrade, where he soon started to perform with pop singers. He was a member of the progressive, hard rock band U-Grupa, jazz fusion band Lebaj Sol, hard rock band Kerber. He performed with pop singer Zdravko Kolak and singer-songwriter Dod Balisevic and worked as a studio musician. He formed several drum bands, performing with them across the world. He was also known for his role in the 1996-1997 protests in Serbia, during which he led a company of drummers, and participation in the overthrow of Slobodan Milosevic. Đuričić was born in 1953 in Cetinje. He started his career performing with bands from Herceg Novi. Initially he played the guitar, and later switched to bass guitar. Eventually, as a member of the band Kroon, he switched from bass guitar to drums after he left Kroon. He played with the bands Veritas 19 and Exodus. At the time he also practiced water polo and swimming, and won several medals on junior championships. He made his first studio recordings as a member of the group Bokelji, with which he recorded an album with traditional songs from Dalmatia. In August 1975, he moved to Belgrade. Initially he lived in Belgrade as a homeless man, before he established connections with Belgrade musicians gathering in the Kafana Sumitovac. Soon, he started performing with Yugoslav pop singers and went on a Soviet Union tour as a member of the backing band for several pop singers. In 1976, he became a member of the band Rebeli, which, after they were joined by the singer Dado Topic, changed their name to Mama Koko. As a member of Mama Koko, Đuričić performed with numerous Yugoslav pop stars. In 1978, he was a member of Zdravko Kolak's backing band on his Putujući Zemljotas tour. At the end of 1978, Đuričić became a member of the progressive, hard rock band U-Grupa, with which he recorded the album Samo Napred, Tangenta, directed by Ljubiša Ristic, in which Đuričić played the role of Crazy Vana. In 1985, he left Lebaj Sol and joined the hard rock band Kerber, with which he recorded the albums Siob and the live album 121,288. During the time he spent in Kerber, Đuričić also worked with other artists. In 1986, when alternative rock musician Rambo Amadeus started his career, he and Đuričić performed live, in the lineup which featured only two of them, Đuričić on drums, and Rambo Amadeus on vocals. On these concerts Rambo Amadeus used megaphone instead of a microphone. In 1987, in Belgrade's Students' Cultural Center, Đuričić and the drummer Ivan Firci held a concert on which they played various covers, mostly by the Beatles, on percussion instruments. The concert was held with regard to 70 years since the October Revolution. In 1988, he played drums on Nicola Coturilo's album Nine Lucky Kamada, and played drums in Lucky Band which Coturillo formed in order to promote the album. In 1989, Đuričić played drums on Coturillo's album Rasks. Đuričić returned to Lebaj Sol in 1990. The recording of the band's concert in New York's CBGB was released on the live album Live in New York in 1991. During this period Đuričić also worked with singer-songwriter Dod Balisevic, playing drums on his album Jedan od Oni Zivata, and becoming a member of his backing band. Đuričić participated in the 1996-1997 protests in Serbia, joining the group of young drummers which gave tempo to the marching of the protesters. At the end of 1997, he formed Dragoljub Đuričić trio with Darkwood dub drummer Lav Brachusar and percussionist Aros Sakharov. On their performances they were often joined by a well-known actor and amateur drummer Bogdan Diklic. The recording of the concert by Dragoljub Đuričić trio held on 7 February 1998 in Atelje 212 Theatre was released on the live album Two Drums and Percussion. On that evening, the trio was joined on drums by Diklic, the journalist Ivan Avakovic and the painter Janos Mesaros. In April 1998, the band performed in Montreux, and while playing on cookware and bakeware. They were joined by Albert, 12th Prince of Thurn and Taxis. In 1998, Durichik and the hip-hop musician Voodoo Popeye recorded the football song, Imamo I Diju, which was released on the compilation album Futbolski Hymne 98. During 1998, Durichik once again played on Zadrevko Kolek's tour as a member of his backing band. At the end of February 1998, Durichik, with Sakharov, Brachusa, St. George String Orchestra, composer Zoran Eric, a choir, and 20 young drummers, held a concert in Belgrade's Sava Center. With the performance, Walking in the Hall and on the stage, the performers reminded the audience of the 1996-1997 protests. At the end of 1999, Durichik joined the group of economists G17 as a cultural advisor, and took part in the democratic opposition of Serbia 2000 election campaign. After the overthrow of Slobodan Milosevic, Durichik continued to